Hi, everyone. My name is Claudio Marforio. I am a techie at heart. I started with first computer when I was very young. I'm originally from Italy. Yet another company with a Latin name after Novus. After I started with the first computer, I very soon started also with going online. Back in the days, it was the modems that was making noises. I'm sure everyone here remembers it. And then back then, it was fairly easy to just, explore the networks of banks and insurances, if you understand what I'm saying. But then I decided to use my skills and my interest in security, let's say, for the good and not for the bad. So I've studied computer science, first with a bachelor, then a master, and then a PhD in mobile security. I was lucky enough that I started my PhD when the first iPhone came out, so clearly mobile security was becoming more and more interesting. And after I finished my PhD, I continued in the cybersecurity space and co-founded Futurae, where I'm currently the COO. That's my official title. And then I'm also managing finances and product. So what do we do at Futurae, and why is it important that I explain you about my technical expertise? For those of you that are not from Switzerland or from Zurich, I will give you a quick introduction. I just got a new phone. The latest iPhone came out like in September. I got the latest iPhone in October. And then I have my apps. I download the apps that I need. And here in Zurich, we have a ticketing app for taking the public transport, which is CVV. I had to go to a apero with a friend. I just jump on the tram, and typically with the app you can just swipe it, and you get to start to pay for the tram ticket. Unfortunately, because it's a new phone, the app is not initialized, so I had to enter my details, login and password. That was easy enough. Then it asks me to select a payment method to charge for the phone, for the ride, sorry. And what happens is that here in Switzerland, we have a payment solution, which is called Twint. It connects to your bank so that you get the payment directly out of your credit account. Twint also was not initialized, so I had to enter my phone number and the PIN code that you receive via SMS. That went fine. And then, of course, Twint needs to connect to the banking. I use Credit Suisse here in Switzerland, so the mobile banking. Of course, I started up and I knew by now where this is going. It's not initialized. I enter my credentials. I have to select my banking account, and then Credit Suisse, it's a very secure bank, so they use an authenticator, like UBS, like many other banks here in Switzerland. They use a separate app to authenticate users and transactions, which is called SecureSign in the Credit Suisse case. And SecureSign is also not initialized. By the way, by now, I reached my appointment. I got off the tram, and because I'm not Swiss, but I behave like a good Swiss citizen, I paid for the ticket at the machine with a credit card. But by now, I know what's coming next, and some of you might know what's coming next if you're Swiss, or if you use a bank that offers a similar solution, which is that to initialize the authenticator app, I need an initialization letter, which clearly I don't have with me, and clearly I didn't remember where it was at home. And what frustrated me then is that I'm a techie. I have a PhD in mobile security. I know exactly why these apps behave like this. I know which security guarantees the different apps get for behaving like this. But I'm also a user, and even though I'm tech savvy, I couldn't complete what I wanted to do, which was buying a ticket online. This was the one thing I wanted to do. Now, what happens when this happens? If it's my mom, what happens, typically she calls me and I guide her through the process. That's what happens with me. With anyone else, what typically happens is that you call the help desk of the bank or of the ticketing app or of Twint or of whatever, because you're stuck. You want to achieve something, and technology and security is in the way for you to achieve what you want to do. And what this results to, and this is very interesting, is that for organizations like banks, retail banks, more than 50% of help desk calls that they receive are not related to, how do I transfer money, how do I pay the bills. They're related to how do I log in, how do I get access to the e-banking or to the mobile banking. So clearly, solving this problem, users just want to log in, makes it much more cost efficient for the bank and also makes it a much better experience for us, the users. This is what we do at Futurae. So at Futurae, we solve this problem. We have created a cloud-based, API-based solution that enables customers, specifically banks, insurances, anywhere where you have a login online, to authenticate their users, so us, either on the web, on the mobile. We have strong requirements when it comes to transaction confirmations. So we are in Europe, so there are compliance and regulation requirements on how do you secure a transaction, being it a mobile banking or e-banking transactions or a credit card transactions. I guess everyone again here is familiar when sometimes when you are paying something with a credit card, you are asked with an annoying security prompt of like, can you please confirm these transactions, enter a code, receive an SMS or things like this. So this is what we focus on at Futurae. How do we do it? I'm not going to go into the details. We have created a wide range of authentication solutions and transaction confirmation solutions. Some are very traditional, some are very innovative. And what we do in the end is that for our customers, for example, banks, we help them save costs by about 30%. This is what we do today, but our vision is much broader. The main issue that we have today in the industry is that each company, each bank, each enterprise uses a vendor, and this vendor offers a solution. And so company one, let's say a bank, has a number of users, they use vendor one. Company two, number of users, vendor three, two, etc., etc. All of these solutions are siloed. So a bank knows very well how their users behave when they're interacting with the bank, but they don't know at all how the users behave when they're interacting with other websites. We do online shopping, we have insurances, we buy tickets, etc. What we do at Futurae is that because of how the platform is set up, we gain the insights from all the users of all our customers, how they interact with authentication and transaction confirmation solutions, and through this insights, we are able to provide additional security guarantees to our customers, such as, for instance, increased risk solutions, fraud prevention or fraud detection, or gaining insights across how the users behave. This is our vision. Where do we stand with it today? We've been around since around 6 years. We have more than 100 customers with users using their services from more than 40 countries, and we process around 8 million authentications per month. To give you some ideas, we work with retail banks like Santander, Rothschild, Private Bank, or Barclays. We work with credit card processors, such as, for instance, Viseka. This is for the credit card transactions online. And we also work with the scalable large unicorns of Europe, like Scalable Capital, Conto, Viva Wallet. So we have a wide range of customers, from retail traditional banks to the more demanding ones, which are the startups, and we provide our solution to all their users. We will have approximately 700,000 users by end of year, monthly active unique users on the platform, processing around 8 million transactions. This is how we've been growing in the last few years. When it comes to funding, we did a seed round and a Series A, and we're now looking to have a funding round this year. The good thing is we are default alive, so we don't need to fundraise very fast, but we want to fundraise to further our growth first in Europe and then potentially in the APAC region. We're looking to raise 15 million by mid this year, next year. So thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, I'm also happy to take them outside.